Guys, Mkhwanazi has been warned. A warning has been sent to General Mkhwanazi, and somebody had this to say. In fact, it has been documented by INFOTAINMENT Live. Let's give them credit. Ubongosi Shoba is the journalist they're on. They are saying, basically, we admire Mkhwanazi, but he must resist the temptation of entering a political boxing ring. In other words, do not enter the political arena, though we admire you. Please be warned. It's not according to me. It's according to the people that are speaking here. So let's give them credit and give them airtime. This is what they've got to say. As a most adored super cop, KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant Mkhwanazi touched unions on their studio, or to quote from a famous TV incident when he suggested that their demands for higher wages were responsible for the spike in the unemployment rate. Mkhwanazi, who was speaking at a provincial government event to discuss crime prevention, made his remarks to highlight the fact that the number of police officers employed to fight crime in the province was on the decline while the population increased. Okay? Very interesting point. A very, very, very interesting point. You know the issue of the increase of people decline. It's something that we should be concerned about. I remember somebody one day once said that the number of police, if they were to go toe-to-toe with the civilians, despite the fact that the police have got the firearms and all the stuff, but the civilians could easily overcome police in this country. Okay, let's leave it there. Let's continue. They are saying, this is Mkhwanazi. We need to interrogate this, Premier Tamintuli. You said this country is going down in front of our eyes. The reality is that we have too many things that are wrong in our country that contribute, and labor laws are one of those. The population of KZN is growing, but the number of police officers is going down thanks to the union, because of the labor people who say we want salaries for our members. So the more the government increases salaries, the less the people they employ and the more unemployment there is. So, I am going to ask you a question here. Do you think what Mkhwanazi is saying is lying? Just for a moment, and I'm about to take a bit of a breath, but I want to ask you this question. Look at the money that they give to the police, and then looking at the salary increase, and then look at the fact that is it enough to balance the new recruit with the salary increase? Just that question. Just be realistic for a moment. But whilst you're still thinking about that, you know what? Don't forget to do this. If you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To like the video, it is free of charge. You can also join. Click the join button. Become a member of this YouTube channel. You will pay from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also make use of the Super Thanks button. You can donate from as little as 20 Rand a month as we proceed. Okay, so INFOTAINMENT Live, then they are arguing this. They are saying, however, the commissioner should guard against confusing his popularity as a policeman with the role in the political field. Mkhwanazi is certainly entitled to his views, just like all citizens of this country, as a decline is a concern for all of us. However, he must be careful not to be seen to be entering political boxing ring. Right? Okay. I think here, I'm saying we must look at this from that perspective to say we have seen the national treasurer, when allocating budget to government departments, we have seen decrease, if not maintaining the same, but you will hardly get an increase from the national treasure. Say, for instance, money allocated to the South African Police Service in 2023 was 3 billion. I'll make an example. In 2024, you'll find that it's also 3 billion. But then you have to ask a question. If in 2023 there were salary demands such that 3 billion was not enough, then you will have to say then, wait, in 2024, for us to meet the salary increase, there must also be an increase from the national so that we can pay what? Salaries. Otherwise, we are going to get 3 billion in 2024, but 3 billion will not cover the things that it covered in 2023 when we get it in 2024. Same thing in the budget of 2025. When we get the same 3 billion in 2025, there's already been this implication of an increase to the current police officers' salaries. Therefore, the same 3 billion cannot be enough. It will then mean what we're supposed to be receiving from the national treasure, always there has to be an increase. It is where the gist of the matter is between you and I. So that we can check if Mkhwanazi is lying or not, we can simply say, or we should simply say, Mkhwanazi, let's now check what the government is giving to the South African Police Service, right, to maintain their salaries. If there is no increase, then Mkhwanazi is right. But if there is increase, then Mkhwanazi is wrong. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that is what Sowetan Live basically was trying to cover. But yeah, like I said, I think I've made my point, Uguti. I think we need to check there because we can fact check Mkhwanazi, what he's saying. It is very simple. It is very simple. You know, one of the worrying signs the other time was when the same government was taking money from other departments, you're reducing money from other departments. Things like that. For instance, if you reduce money on education, what are you saying? Because even with education, there's always been salary increase. So if there is an increase and the National Treasury decides that this year I'm reducing the budget that I gave you last year, how do you want the department to be maintained? And considering the salary increase, and also they had to employ new teachers. In other words, then they will be reluctant in hiring new teachers because they will have to maintain the current teachers and pay the increase. So when the income is the same, but the salaries continue to rise, then it means the income will not be enough. You know what I'm saying? Let's fact check Mkhwanazi on this one, and it will be interesting to see. It's something that I'm going to do, or I'm going to try to do my research to find out if the budget for the past 4 years, what has been the budget? Has there been an increase because there's been salary increase to these people? So I just want to find out that. Then we'll come back with this conversation. I mean, we'll come back to this episode. We'll do probably an updated version with other stories that would have been there by then.